The POCSO Act was designed to safeguard minors from sexual crimes and to establish special courts for the trial so that children grow up in safety, security and with a sense of dignity. Offences and punishment under POCSO Acts are: Section 3 prohibits inserting any item or body part into a child's mouth or private area or forcing a kid to enter another person's body or the body of the perpetrator. The scenarios under Section 5 are when a victim's authoritative figure or someone of trust is the abuser of perpetrator or is a blood relative, the victim conceives a child, or the youngster is hurt. In Section 7, when the abuser fondled the child's private part or the other way around, basically it is touch space and includes the offender's sexual intent. In Section 9, the relationship between the victim and the perpetrator determines whether an act is aggravating or not. It also depends on the type and consequences of the assault. In Section 11, when the perpetrator sends or communicates any kind of sexual content with the victim through a message or any kind of contact, it involves offensive gestures and sexual intent and is not touch-based. Section 13 details the child involvement in pornographic activity like the representation of a child's sexual organ, using a youngster for real or stimulated sexual activity which may involve penetration or not, or offensive depiction of children. Section 16 talks about a person to have abetted a crime when participate in a conspiracy or knowingly encourages any unlawful conduct or omission. Some important judgments are: in this case, the accused was convicted and the Calcutta High Court laid some guidelines. The goal of compensation is to relieve the child victim and to make amends to the victim when the state failed to protect them from the crimes. Chhattisgarh High Court noted that Section 36 of the POCSO Act was not followed and thus issued the following directive principle to all the state judicial officers. Since children are dependent beings, it is prudent to carefully examine a child's word. The Allahabad High Court threw out the accused's conviction under Section 3 and 4 of the POCSO Act because the 14-year-old victim's body bore no signs of injury despite her claim that there had been forcible sexual contact. In the next case, the father of the young rape victim petitioned the court and was granted permission to end the girl's pregnancy of 20 weeks long was given special attention by the Madhya Pradesh High Court. Despite various judgments, there are many loopholes in this act. The Supreme Court ruled in Anjan Kumar Sharma vs. State of Assam that it was a weak piece of evidence and could not stand alone. Without direct evidence, the POCSO Act could not be applied. The High Court of Bombay acquitted the alleged offender in Khongli vs. Bhawat because the victim's frock, which was in the custody of the police, had been opened and the cement stains on it could not have been used as evidence to support the conviction. Because the POCSO Act does not regard a juvenile permission to be significant, the partner who is not a minor may be charged. Allegation made with the intent to humiliate, extort, intimidate or slander another person is punishable under Section 22 of the POCSO Act. A youngster is however excluded, but it is a flaw since many adults abuse this exception. In Lelu Rajesh and others with the state of Haryana, it was held that the use of two-finger test violates a woman's right to privacy, dignity and mental integrity and therefore is unconstitutional. Our lives will begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter.